Hey, everybody, welcome back to PMS, the Perpetual Motion Squad, a Big Bang Theory fan podcast. And we are your hosts, Big Bang Theory super fans, married couple Kat,
And Paul
and we are excited to be with you today for our mailbag
for
episode.
our mailbag episode. Mailbag.
Mailbag. It's a
Excellent.
mailbag. It's a mailbag.
Woo, woo. We had it. We had our brisket the other night. It was woo, woo.
It could have been better, and we're
Oh
going to
God.
try it again to make it better.
See, this is what I love about people who are good cooks. It is never good enough. It is always could be better, could taste better.
Oh yeah, like you're gonna complain
I
when I
I
do it again and
I
it's
am
like a
not.
thousand times better.
I would never complain, but I definitely had a brisket party, woo, woo, and it was perfect. It was perfect. I really enjoyed the
I
brisket
made him
party.
some of my famous gravy to go with it.
Oh God, double batch. We started off with just a single serving, and we realized
I
that
think
single
that lasted
serving,
once.
yeah, single serving was not enough. So she started doing double batches, and that is just enough.
Yeah.
So much
My
so that the following day she actually had tater tots and she was dipping the tater tots in
it's,
the
it was sort
leftover
of a
gravy.
variation on the idea of Canadian poutine, which is gravy over French fries.
Yeah, which is really nice. You
Yeah.
can actually go to any fish and chip shop. We have fish and chip shops here in Australia, and you can actually get chips and gravy. So basically, what we have over here is French fries, but larger, like thicker cut French fries, and
They're
gravy.
like pub fries or
Yeah,
steak fries.
yeah, steak fries. Thank you. And you can have gravy over the top of them. So we've got chips and gravy. So I think
Yeah.
it's a throwback to the English part of us because we're part of the Commonwealth.
Actually, you know what's really good though are
Yeah.
biscuits and gravy.
I've never had biscuits and gravy. I've always heard about people like in the south of America that have biscuits and gravy. I've never
Yeah.
ever had one.
Yeah. I miss my grits.
Never had that either. I've heard that
I
about that
don't know
too.
why, but I've always loved grits.
Now, did you have that when we went to the Waffle House? Yeah, I think you had grits. I think I tasted grits. I think at the Waffle House because
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure you had grits at the Waffle
I
House
mean, that was
when we
like
were coming
12
back from
years ago, honey,
yeah when we were coming back from Indiana. We stopped at the Waffle House
and
'cause
it
I'd never
wasn't
been to the
that
Waffle House.
memorable.
Well, it was. I think it was grits because everywhere else when we'd go to Denny's, I'd always get extra
Hash
servings of
browns.
hash browns and give them to you. And I don't think Denny's has grits, so I believe it was the Waffle House you had it.
If we did, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I believe you had that because I remember it was like it was like in a tall little ramekin. You actually
Some
had
of
it in
the
there.
best grits I ever had though was either in Georgia or Alabama
Well, that would make sense
or
being down
Florida.
south.
Might have been, I think it was Georgia or Alabama. And I found this place for breakfast that was overlooking the ocean,
Mm.
and it had like a deck
Oh,
and
that'd be
stuff.
nice.
And yeah, I had a beautiful breakfast, and I noticed that there was I think it was a pigeon that had lost its foot.
No.
So it was sort of, it had one foot and a peg leg.
Oh, okay.
And I went to the kitchen and I asked if I could have a piece of bread to feed the birds out on the deck.
Yeah.
And after my breakfast, and I went out and he was still there. So I tore up the bread and I was throwing it to him, and all these other birds came flying in as soon as I started putting bread on the ground, as
Yep.
they do. So their radar is amazing.
Yeah.
And pardon me.
Well, Goolwa
A-
Beach.
And it was really interesting because they actually let Pegleg go first
Yeah.
to make sure that he got food, and then the rest of them fought each other, but nobody fought Pegleg.
That's good.
Yeah, that was amazing to me.
Yeah. Because the
Yeah,
animal kingdom is different than us. I mean, even though that the animals only kill or hunt for food, you know, um, I guess there is something within their makeup that they could see that there was an animal that was,
yeah. I mean,
you know,
usually the weak ones like that get excluded and picked
yeah,
on, but his little community was protective
yeah,
of him, and
looking
it was
after him.
beautiful.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
Now, this week, obviously, we have a mailbag. Now,
Yes.
I have to scold the PMS community.
You're
Yep,
shaming our fam?
I am having tough love.
Oh,
this
baby.
is Paul getting tough love. So bow chicka
Oh
wawa,
my.
get oh hi, I'm Reed. Get the whips out because
Oh, baby.
I'm about to go all Nebraska on your ass.
It's like that meme that you see in Bunnings or Home Depot or whatever. Aisle 10, whips, chains, secure devices. Well, somebody's having a party.
Yeah, well, but unfortunately, because of the lack of responses we've actually had on our questions,
On the Facebook page.
got some great responses. We've got a lot of engagement on the group. The page is where we always have the questions and answer page. So any question we put up, you can answer it there on the page.
Yep.
Now,
Now,
because of
did you check like Spotify to see if anybody responded there?
yeah, we've got no responses on
Okay.
Spotify at
So
all.
the Facebook page ideally is the best place to respond
Yeah.
and to follow because then you'll keep up with everything that's going on.
Now
And if
we've
you
got
want to be
24
part of all
followers
the,
on that one.
huh?
We've got 24 followers on
Cool.
that page.
And if you want to be part of all of the craziness and extraneous stuff, there's a lot of like nerdverse stuff that goes on on the Facebook group. So it's not just uh Big Bang Theory stuff, but stuff that's also related. Like there's a lot of like I've been posting a lot of behind the scenes Star Wars stories lately,
Yeah, so
for
we've
example.
got I mean you've posted on the group like Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
Rachel did something Big Bang Theory adjacent.
Yeah.
I post up
Which
little
was awesome, by the
videos
way.
of the Big Bang. Kelly Cuoco's done something at a happy 40th birthday party.
Excuse me.
So there's a lot of stuff that is um is up there. But unfortunately, I mean, as I said, that page is not where we go to get all the questions and answers. We only get the questions and answers from the
We get it
Facebook
from the
group. Or
page
page, not the
and then
group.
we do fun stuff in the group.
Yeah,
So if you're not part of the group, you're missing the party.
you are. Now, unfortunately, due to that circumstances, this is
Hmm.
going to be a very, very short episode because we've only had one email and we've
Hmm.
only had four responses to three of the questions, and then
Yeah.
that's it. We don't have anything else.
Did you want to start with the responses?
So I will start with the responses first. So we're going to go with season 2, episode 4, the Griffin equivalency. Now, the question was, if you suddenly became famous overnight, what's the first celebrity demand you'd make? And Michael answered, and he put, I'd want an action figure of myself, multiple ones actually, to match all the different action figure sizes. That's actually really good.
I like that.
I like that
I
one.
like that.
I
I'd
mean,
do that.
a lot of people wouldn't think to themselves, I would like an action figure of myself. But you've mentioned many times, you come into my room and I've got, Kiss, figures and stuff like that. And you've always said it must be really surreal. And even your Big Bang collection, it
Yeah.
must be really surreal to see yourself as an action figure.
Hmm.
You wouldn't even think to yourself that when you were born, eventually you'd go to a TV show, and then all of a sudden you would be molded into an
Well, it
action figure.
started with Star Wars, I think.
It did. That was the big one. Set took off when George Lucas decided he wanted action figures of the main.
Well, George Lucas made an exceptionally genius business decision with Star Wars. This
Definitely.
is before he was really known, before the movie took off and changed how they make sci-fi and special effects and all of that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I want to maintain the rights to the film and the merchandising, and you
Yes.
guys can have all the profits from the film.
Yeah.
And they
And
thought he was an
he,
idiot.
yeah.
And it
And now
turned
he's
out
a
to be,
billionaire.
and now he's a multimillionaire. And yeah, it was a genius business decision on his part because he could see the vision of the merchandising. So all the lunch boxes, all the action figures, the t-shirts, the sheets, the everything else that came out as a result of it.
I'm just, I'm just in to find out. George Lucas's net. Oh, you think you think he's smart?
Mm.
He is super smart.
Okay.
His current net worth as of 2025,
Uh-huh.
5.3 billion.
Okay.
He is
You would have to take off some of that for the sale of the Star Wars franchise. I forget how much that went for.
Lucas, the creator of the Star Wars and Indiana Jones franchise, is the world's richest film
Filmmaker.
celebrity.
Yeah.
As per Bloomberg, Lucas's net worth as of October 2024 is 7.7 billion. Other sources put it at even higher,
Wow.
9.4 billion.
What I still say, okay, there was a conversation that
Mm.
was attributed that is attributed to George Lucas and his kids
Yeah,
when they were in like junior high, high school. Whether this is true or urban legend, I have no idea. I choose to believe that it's true.
yeah,
His kids were getting a little holier than thou with their friends and the other kids at school. Um, and he sat them down one day and he said, "Let me remind you of something. You do not have money. I have money.
yeah,
You don't have anything."
yeah,
And kind of put them in their place that you're not allowed to lord it over other people because it's not yours. You have
yeah.
what you have because I choose to give it to you.
Exactly. And that's the same way as Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal actually said to his kids, I'm rich, you're not.
Yeah,
I have money, you
you
don't.
don't.
If you want my money when I eventually pass on, you actually have to go to college and bring me a degree.
Yeah.
And so every child that he's got, and I don't know how many
I
children
don't know how many
Shaquille
kids he's
O'Neal has
got.
got, but ha they have to go and get a degree from college so they can actually do a profession because as he said, money doesn't always last, but a
No,
degree and education does.
does.
So you want my money, bring me a degree, then you can have some. And I think
Yep.
that's a great idea. It really
Yeah,
is.
it really is.
It really shows the kids that to achieve something, you got to work for it. You
Yep,
know, like
exactly.
we've got this house. This house is eventually going to go to my son. Right now, my son doesn't have a house, but eventually he will.
Yeah.
But this will be a steady form of income for him for the rest of his life. And I'd like this to be passed on to, my grandchildren if I'm ever lucky enough to have them. But if I
Mm,
don't, the fact is this is going to be money that will be passed on to my son as a rental property forever.
yep.
So, he'll be able to make money off of this. So that was that one. That was season 2, episode number 4, the Griffin equivalency. Now we move on to what was that one? That was no, okay, so that was that one. We go past that one. We go to season 2.
Shaquille O'Neal has 6 kids, by the way.
Okay, so each child has to bring him a degree.
Okay, so he has one, two, three, four that he shares with his ex-wife Shawnee,
Hmm.
his daughter with his former girlfriend, and his stepson who he adopted from Shawnee's previous relationship.
Right. But yeah, apparently he's told all of his children, bring me a degree and you'll be in the will.
You'll be
So
in here. You'll get an inheritance.
inheritance, yeah. So season 2, episode number 5, the Euclid Alternative. We
Yeah.
pass
Oh no, not the
not
pet
the
store.
not the, oh no, not Euclid Avenue. We actually asked the family if you could hire someone to permanently do one everyday task for you, what would it be? We had 2 responses on this one.
Okay.
Sarah put plan and prepare meals. I love cooking, but would love someone to plan and prepare meals, and I would choose to cook when I wanted to.
Mm, I
That's a
like
good one.
that. Yeah, I like that.
Um, Michael actually came with the winning
Oh yeah.
answer. You
It's
ready?
the chocolate.
Nope. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Work. That way I could free up time to do everything else. If work's not an option, then dust.
Okay.
That's actually really another smart answer
Yeah.
because if you could hire someone to permanently do one task for you, what would it be? Yeah, hire someone to do your work for you. And you have to go and do my job. I sit home and I get the money.
Mm,
Win-win situation on that
yep.
one.
Yep.
Michael, you are a visionary. I like your ideas, mate. Mate, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Michael's a visionary. I like it.
Yep.
Very much so. Then we go past season 2, episode 6, no answers. We up to season 2, episode 7, the panty pinata polarization.
Okay.
Be honest. Which TV show would you never admit to love on your first date, but secretly quote every episode
Episode.
of. We had two responses of this one.
Okay.
Sarah and Michael again. Sarah and Michael are holding up they're the only two that are answering this. So well done, guys. So,
You guys get the chocolate.
you do get the chocolate. So Sarah came back with, I'm now at a stage where I am unapologetically me. So I would admit all the things, but in my 20s was hesitant to admit how much I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I like
Here's the chocolate.
there's a chocolate for Buffy the Vampire Slayer this era. Um then she goes on to TWO in brackets. Many years later, I am still rewatching it and loving it. Even convinced our 14-year-old to start it with me. Smart, funny, and mostly holds up. Yeah, it really
It
does.
mostly does. I mean, there's a few
There
episodes
is,
that don't,
yeah,
but overall, it really does hold up.
yeah. So I'm glad that she's actually convinced um their 14-year-old to actually start watching it because it's a good
It's a good
generational
show.
show,
Yeah.
you know. Michael
Once more
came.
with feeling.
Was that? Once more.
Once more with feeling.
Yeah. Michael came back with, I don't quote every episode, but Power Rangers. My stepson used to absolutely be Power Ranger mad. And when I first met him, I met my stepson when he was 7 years of age. So, obviously, I went through the Pokemon stage, the Digimon stage, and the Power Rangers stage. And yeah, he was heavily into Power Rangers. I never got into it. No, never got into it when it first came out because I was in high school and was in quotes too old for it. But the last year or so, I've tried to get the kids into it, but I end up watching it more than they do.
It's funny
That is
how
true.
the older we get, the younger we become.
Yeah, just look at my room.
Yeah.
My room it basically says it all, everybody. If
Although it's
you
mostly Kiss again now from in back of you.
Oh, well, I've got my right in the center part. I've got my Ace Frehley Memorial
Yeah.
set up. But I've got computer games that I'm collecting. I've got Star Wars that I'm collecting. Yeah, I'm collecting a whole
Rather
lot of
a
stuff.
whole bunch of 80s
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm collecting a lot of stuff,
Yeah,
everybody. So,
he does.
season 2, episode 8, the Lizard Spock expansion. No answers. Then we go to Happy Halloween 2025. I put a message up to wish everybody in the PMS family a happy 2025 Halloween. Season 2, Episode 9, The White Asparagus Triangulation. No answers. And then we go, and that is it. That is all we got.
Okay, hang on. Let me find my
Sorry,
emoji. There
everybody.
we go.
I know, the crying emoji. This is going to be a very, very short episode. I know, yeah, because obviously we're doing this episode, and then next week we're doing our regular, back to our regular scheduled program of PMS, but we needed to do a mailbag. But yeah, we've only got one more thing to do. So this might be the episode that you'll sit there and go, 25 minutes? Are you kidding me?
And
Well,
that's because we kept farting around.
yeah, sorry,
It
sorry
only is
guys.
that long.
I mean, if we love our PMS family, but these questions are put up there for you guys to enjoy and answer. And if there's
Yeah.
no answers, we can't do
So
an episode. So,
exactly. So we do have one email
yep,
from and hi Kat and Paul. This is Sarah. I recently started listening to your Perpetual Motion Squad podcast and joining the Facebook group and page. So I think it might be the same
that is the
Sarah.
same, Sarah. So thank you, Sarah, for doing that. You're awesome.
I'm really enjoying listening.
Yay!
I just listened to the pancake batter anomaly, and you said you had a question about fluids. I'm a doctor, not sure if that technically counts as a scientist. I'll take it,
I'll take it, Sarah.
but
Yeah,
have
that
taken lots of science. Not sure if anyone replied about fluids or if you're even still interested, lol.
we are.
Here's the explanation of why fluids and gases are fluids, why both liquids and gases are fluids.
Okay.
Okay. This is actually very interesting, so I'm appreciating that you sent this, Sarah.
And we're glad that we've got a doctor on board that we can actually.
We
I
have
know
our
what?
landing party.
We've got our landing party. We've got Scotty. Scotty's arrived. Well
No,
done.
McCoy.
McCoy, sorry.
Yeah.
McCoy's
McCoy has
arrived.
arrived.
Thank you, McCoy.
A fluid is defined as a material that flows in response to an applied force.
Okay.
Another way of putting this is that a fluid undergoes a change in shape when a pressure or stress is applied. A fluid can also take the shape of its container. The molecules in a fluid are in motion and can move past each other. The bonds between molecules in gases are less strong than those in liquid, which is why a gas can expand more and can be compressed more than a liquid, although they are both fluids.
Okay.
Solid, on the other hand, has very strong forces that can hold the atoms and molecules together, and they cannot move past each other, be compressed, or expand, take the shape of a container. Not sure if that helps at all, but it's my understanding. Hope this both finds you both well, Sarah. Now,
Thank you, Sarah.
Sarah, I have a question. So you're saying that a solid means that they cannot be compressed or expand or take the shape of a container. What about the molecules that make up wood as a solid? So, for example, in winter and summer, the door to our garage expands or contracts depending on the heat or cold.
Yes, it
S-
does.
Yeah,
See, it's the same as our water pipes. When it's
yeah,
cold, the water pipes contract.
yeah. Oh, you froze, honey.
No, I'm still,
No,
I'm
you
still.
froze.
Oh, okay. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. Our water pipes contract in the wintertime because the ground gets colder.
Hmm.
But when the ground thaws, I mean, obviously we don't have like snow or whatever, but when the ground starts to warm up, our water pipes expand. And we notice this because when we put water into like the drain, it's sometimes in wintertime it takes a little bit of time to go down, but in summertime, you turn the tap on, you turn it off,
It
and the
just go
water just goes
flows right
straight
through.
down. So is that the same scenario?
Yeah. So we'd be curious to hear your response to that, Sarah.
Yeah. But that's really, really
Or
interesting.
Dr. McCoy is the.
Dr. McCoy, as we're going to start calling her now, we have our landing party.
Yep.
Hang on, who's the person that always gets killed with the red shirt?
That's probably Oliver.
We can always just say to some of our listeners that
Okay. Okay. If you were part of the landing party, who would you be?
okay, there's an idea because
Yeah.
I was I was gonna volunteer somebody to be in the landing party. So who could Rachel be?
Deanna Troy. She's the
Ria?
ship's counselor.
She's all right. What about Craig? Who's Craig? Don't
Craig's
put
the guy who get in the red shirt.
we're gonna put Craig in the red shirt. I'm sorry, Craig. We don't. That's nasty. We're
Uh,
putting Craig into the red shirt to be the guy that always gets killed when he gets on the planet. Oh, Craig, I'm
Aiden is
sorry.
Worf.
Aiden is Worf.
Aiden's head of security.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. If he's a Marine, then I'm standing right behind
Yeah,
Aiden
exactly.
because I'm not gonna get killed. So obviously I would be Kirk for sure. Um, you can be Spock because you know lots of things,
Okay.
and everything is always it's only logical. Can't do the fingers. God damn it! I hate it when you do that. Badass.
Both hands at the same time.
Oh, look. I can't even do one of them. Look,
Hmm.
I can't roll my tongue. I can't do that. I can make a hell of a cup of coffee, though.
Yes, that I cannot do.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you can. You can
I
do it
cannot.
fine.
But yeah, who's our Scotty?
I don't know who our Scotty is. Courtney. Can Courtney be Scotty? Because Courtney
Okay.
is in university.
Okay.
So Courtney could actually. Okay, so we've got we've got our landing party. So
Yep.
we've got poor old Craig's the one that's going to get killed. That is so upsetting for Craig. Craig's probably sitting there going, "Hey, that's not
I
fair."
I think
So we
he's
got
laughing his butt off at the moment.
So we got Craig as the red guy, the guy who gets killed. We've got Aiden as head of security, he's Worf. I'm Kirk. You're Spock. Rachel is
The ship's counselor.
yep. And now we have got our and now we've got our
McCoy.
McCoy.
Yep. Or Beverly Crusher, depending on the universe that you
I
want,
mean,
the
maybe
version you want to be
Courtney
in.
doesn't want to be Scotty.
Is
Maybe Courtney's a lot more smarter than Scotty.
well, then that's entirely possible. But Oliver is Porthos
Uh,
from the original Enterprise show with Scott Bakula.
is
He
that the
had
one with the funny pointed ears?
no, Porthos was the beagle.
Oh, sorry,
He
I
he
can't
he
remember.
was he was Archer's pet dog.
Right. So he's Porthos.
Yeah.
We've got our ship's crew, everybody.
And we're mixing Star Trek universes.
Yeah. But if you disagree with our assumption of who's going to be what, please email us, perpetualmotionsquad00@gmail.com. And also, while we are here, before we finish up this episode, remember the 20th of December is when you can get in your interest.
2025.
20th of December 2025 is when we need everybody's interest in being part of the Christmas giveaway.
Giveaway.
So all you need to do, send us an email with your name and obviously your email address, it'll be there. And just say, yes, please, I would love to be part of the Christmas giveaway. And then we will do an episode where we will spin and it will be put up on the Spotify as a video podcast so everyone can see we are not cheating when it goes to spin. And you could be in the running to be the winner
Get a
of
Christmas
a Christmas
surprise
gift.
from PMS.
Yeah. So yes, 20th of December is the cutoff day. So you've got a little while to go yet until we need to cut the thing off. But yeah, 20th of December 2025 is when all your applications need to be in for the Christmas giveaway.
Cool.
Outside of that, that is the end of the episode.
Okay,
Yeah.
so thanks everybody for being part of PMS. We always appreciate having you here. If you haven't done so already, leave us a like and a review wherever you listen to podcasts because it does help other people find us.
Absolutely.
If you enjoy the work that we're doing here, please feel free to send us a coffee. There's a link to the PayPal me link in the show notes. Everywhere you listen to podcasts, you can email us at
Perpetual Motion Squad 00. That's the number 00 at gmail.com.
Or you can message us on, or it's also in the about section of the Facebook page and group, so you can find it everywhere. Even if it's only $1, we gratefully accept any and all coffees.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. Okay, so that being said, we will see you next time for the gift bag hypothesis, I believe. Yeah, the bath item gift hypothesis, season 2,
No.
episode 11. Yeah. Oh no, sorry.
The
The
Vardabedian
Vardabedian Conundrum. Sorry. In my head, we've already recorded and posted that.
No, we are doing that one next. The
Yes, so
Vardabedian
season 2,
Conundrum.
episode 10, the Vardabedian Conundrum is our next episode.
Yep.
And in the meantime, we'll see you at the Cheesecake Factory.
Bye, everyone.